Welcome, Sagittarius, Capricorn, to your March Astrodice reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you in this beautiful March. And for those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month. Let's see, using only one of the 12 houses. Best house coming up, please, Spirit. Best message, best house. Got the third house coming up with some Taurus energy in the moon. Ooh, the mysterious, mysterious moon of emotions. So with that moon, it's your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. What is going on? Things that could be hidden, things that are secret, using that intuition. Going over here with some Taurian energy, slow, relaxed, steady, and moving. The energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It's rich, earthly, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. And going straight into that third house. Third house is your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. I always say and or your local neighborhood, which is within your community, right? And your community could also be your friends, your family. It could be a big range of things, right? So not just the neighborhood that you live in, right? Not just the neighbors. Let's see what's going on over here. So, ooh, I like that. Let's see which cards we're going to use here. Let's use some. I'm going to pull these. I'm going to use these Akashic cards. I've used them a couple of times. Let's go ahead and use them again. Going straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. Show us what is going on in the beginning of the month, please. We have the Queen of Forces coming out. I like that though, because that's showing this balance between the moon and the sun, showing that, I do have this balance. And it's crazy because it's coming underneath the moon over here. It's coming out underneath that moon saying, you know what, though, even though I know that things may be a little emotional, things may be a little hidden, it's okay though. It's okay though, because I have a beautiful balance between the light and the darkness. The Queen of Forces, she knows, right, how to balance everything. She's got her emotions under control. So even though you might be feeling a little sensitive at the very beginning of the month, it's saying it's okay though, because I know how to respond to both sides equally. I have this beautiful equal give and take when it comes to these emotions, whether I'm feeling very, sparked out and I want to be in the light and I want to have the spotlight versus, I'm feeling like, I could be over here, kind of hide out a little bit and everything's fine because my emotions are exactly where they need to be. Definitely underneath the Taurus, you have the clearing the way with the balance. There it is again, balancing that situation. So what's your potential to learn something within the situation is how to balance these emotions, how to figure out, this is how I want to feel today versus how I want to feel maybe, at the end of the evening. Giving yourself, kind of incorporating, right, your positive environment around you. So really in the very beginning of the month, it's really about learning how to keep, right, yourself, maybe even emotionally distanced from someone as well. If somebody is getting on your nerve, right? I know how to, I even have this thing of not take my work home with me. It's kind of like that situation where it's like, I'm at work and they really know how to piss me off. But I'm not going to take all that stress and all that stuff with me home, right? I'm finding that I can keep my power and keep my balance, right? So if you have some kind of coworker or boss that's, really upsetting you, it's like, I'll just blow that off as I'm driving home. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it does, yeah. See, we have the betrayal, we have the trickery over here. So somebody might be getting kind of like on your nerve and you're learning how to keep your responses to yourself. You're learning how to keep all those things down, right, at this time. You're saying, I'm not going to involve all this stuff, right? I want to make sure everything's balanced, keeping things where they need to be, keeping my emotions where they need to be, clearing the way for the hangman, learning how to pause during this situation, accept what's going on within the situation so that I don't prevent, you know, I'm kind of like preventing any kind of disruption in my home, too much disruption within myself, right? So I love that. And balancing is this new idea with the Page of Swords. So it does feel like there is a lot, you know, it's kind of even like self-care within yourself, right? I don't want these things to come home with me, right? I am learning to be relaxed. I go to work, things are heavy, right? But when I get home, I'm embracing my relaxed time. I like that. So really learning to not really bring the challenges everywhere I go, right? Otherwise, it's just going to get on my nerve. You're getting on my nerve. Yeah. So that's kind of one of those things, huh? So it could be some kind of challenge that's arising at the very beginning of the month where you're just kind of learning to maintain, taking those informations, taking that message, taking all that stuff and all that strife and learning to keep them balanced. In the mid-month, you have the crescent moon coming out with the summer and winter. For my Australian friends, right? It's like whichever one is for you, you know. Everybody on the Western Hemisphere is going to be summer. For you, it'll be winter. So take that how it resonates where you are. Okay, and then we have Sangria, the community. Now that's interesting because what did I say? Learning something about your local neighborhood could also be within what? The community. You have the community card coming out. So literally it's like, okay, the increscent moon I do love. That is one of my favorite cards. And coming out in the middle of the month, I love that when it comes from learning something. There could have been something maybe even learned last summer or winter that is actually going to come into play. Woohoo! And I really see that. And oh yeah, hello. So it actually feels like that's kind of like more like the past. It's saying I learned this from the past and it's actually helping me out. So the increscent moon over here is a card of a waxing moon. Okay. And it's saying from this, and it could have even been from that time. It could have been the last, you know, one of those moons that you even manifested something on, however it is, but it's showing that there is an exciting time and increased abundance and growth. Your efforts have combined with the external circumstances and even the stars have aligned for you. If there has been something financially tight for you recently, it is time to relax, which is crazy because we're talking about a lot of relaxation. Learning to relax from all of this situation that's going on over here, learning to relax from those things. Now it's saying, now you're going to have a payoff, something that you've wanted, something you've been manifesting, something that you may have manifested last summer or you've been working on since last summer or winter or manifested vice versa, however it is, maybe it's 2 in 1, right? But now it's saying this is the time for the increased fulfillment, right? Feeling like everything is, you know, everything's coming together, okay? Everything is coming together for you, right? And it's something that what are you learning? You're learning it's coming from the community. So it's definitely, the community is talking probably more than anything about, right? Maybe you were actually working within the community, doing something. Maybe you know, however, take that however that resonates for you, because this is a card, no matter what, it's time to join or rejoin your groups, your tribe, right? Whatever you want to call it. It's the community that connects you with others of like-minded purpose and activity. There are many communities in each person's life, and there's still more return from the past lives. For instance, if you have your family, friends, or work associates, but you also have the people with whom you share many creative, culture, and spiritual purposes, now is the time that you're finding the talents, the disciplines, the happy sharing, your discoveries. So you're learning something about these situations, and it's something that is some kind of joy and fulfillment that you have wanted. Like I said, it could even be work, where you're finding, you know what, this is where I'm getting this. This is where I finally feel like everything that I've had is coming together, right? it just took some relaxation. So it does feel like there's something a little heated, something a little annoying in the very beginning of the month that actually is coming out as kind of a wish come true over here with this increscent moon. Yeah. Planning. You have the Two of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, because something was very exhausting. Something kept you up at night. Something was stressing you out. And it does feel like, you know what, and that's what was going on for the situation. This has been stressing me out for a while, right? But now that I feel like there's something more reliable coming, I wanted this to happen, providing financially. So it does feel like you are getting some kind of raise. You're seeing yourself move up the ladder, right? So whatever challenges were taking place in the beginning of the month, you're starting to see them really moderately move in a different direction. Wow. Okay. So you're going to see a more positive environment around you. So where it just feels like where the office or whatever it was all up in smoke and all of that, everything's calming down, which is a good thing because you're exhausted over here from all of this situation, right? So definitely feeling like, you know, you might even have the courage to confront the situation, right? Facing off with some kind of, you know, brave tactical, right? Because you feel like you're caught in the ruins over here. It's like, hey, you know what? Everything's kind of going to shambles over here. But definitely now feeling, right, like you're actually, wow, actually feeling like, you know what? I'm in a challenge mode. There was no end in sight to the situation, but now it just feels like everything that was in an upheaval is now coming to an end. Something is coming to a completion when it comes to the situation. So now you feel like, okay, this is exactly where I wanted it to be. I've asked for this situation. Maybe you even asked to change offices. Wow, I hear that. Maybe you asked for you know what, can I change offices? I don't get along over here with this person. I would like to, you know what, move into a different district office. I would like to change my office to this window space. However it is, there's something that's going on that's being addressed directly, and the problem seems to be dissipating kind of right before your eyes, which is creating a more positive outcome than it definitely was in the beginning of the month. But it does look like this is something that you've been, you know, having problems with, and it's an issue that's been going on and off, right? Either last winter or last summer, however it is, then it's something that you have been trying, right, to either ignore, keeping your emotions down, something, you know, I've been taking steps towards this, but now it seems to have a solution. So the solution is starting to come together, and you're actually watching this solution come together. So I really like that. Okay, so you're really learning that the solution is starting to take place. It's having its resolution. So at the end of the month, what do we have over here? The King of Scrolls. Look at that. I have the Power. The Adsum is in reverse, which is okay. And we have the Commitment. Ooh, One of Roses. So the end of the month, it's like, okay. So with the King of Scrolls, this King of Scrolls is actually a person who is in sight. It could be your boss. It could be yourself. It is meeting with someone, having this huge meeting with someone. You know, it's like you're going to learn that it's time to meet this big boss. It's time to meet whoever this person is, very dependable. This person who's going to help you, whether it's a counselor or a publisher or, you know, just some bigwig that's going to help you with this challenge. That you need this to happen, my friends, right? You're like, I need this step, right? Because this is the next step to what I really need. And for some reason, you are having no breaks to getting with this person. Maybe they've been avoiding you, and now you feel like they're actually coming towards you. However it is, it could also be embarking on a new project, starting a new business, or even taking on an existing one. But it does feel like with the Commitment here, it could even be, right, some kind of promising relationship on the horizon that's aligning with everything that you need, right? So, and this is a very professional person, right? who could help you with maybe some kind of personal development or just work development, however it is. Yeah. So whatever that opportunity is, this is the person that you need to meet, whether it's male or female. The King of Swords doesn't have to be either. I don't care about any of that. It's just telling me that they're the more masculine. They come in more masculine. They come in boss mode, you know, like, you know, I mean, maybe it's, you know, maybe the boss is a female, but she only wears pantsuits, you know what I mean? So she shows her masculinity because that's what she wants. She wants to be considered the top dog, you know what I mean? That's the way she wants to be. I'm this person, right? And I expect to be treated this way. You know, she does not want to be seen as some pretty princess, right? She's in control of the situation. But this also is telling you, right, that this is like the demand for the overwhelming. This person makes swift decisions, right? They hold the scroll. Let's see what's going on. So whatever is going on over here, and maybe it's yourself, right? Maybe you can say, well, that's me, right? It's me who's tuning in. That's fine. Take it how it resonates. This is a general reading. Yep. Yeah, so you could feel like this person was procrastinating, you know, and kind of keeping themselves away from you at a time. And it's kind of like, okay, why? But now you have the sun coming out with the positivity. But it did feel like there was a lot of things that were going on where it felt like they were not. Yeah, it does. It feels like you might have felt at one time they were actually ignoring you. They didn't want to come towards you, right? Until finally the sun comes out. It warms up everything. This is the blessing that you need. And you're learning, hey, guess what? They're coming towards me now. Yeah, they're coming towards you. Chariot coming out. So as they're coming towards you, you're going to feel, oh my gosh, right? Here it comes. Here comes that promise. Here comes that, you know, exactly what I needed, that blessing I've been working on all of this time. So definitely feeling like, you know what? And they're going to give you all these opportunities, all this new adventures, all these new ideas, right? Maybe even new choices. But however it is, it's like they're balancing out the situation. They may have had to balance out their schedule, or maybe you have to balance out your schedule to go meet with this person, right? However it's going to be, but it's definitely going to be some kind of swift chariot, very fast moving, swift decision that's going to come this way. Okay. So I really do like that. I really, really do. Okay. So great message, guys. A great message. And that was it for you. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.